Hey everyone, welcome to On the Couch. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Ryan.
Today we have a lovely show for you today, sort of almost impromptu celebrating Love Your Body Day from 2 weeks ago. We actually have on the show today, Patty's here with us today. Would you mind sharing with us a little bit about what you do? She's involved with the Arthritis Foundation.
Sure. Thank you for having me. I am the event chair for our Jingle Bell Run Walk for arthritis in the South Jersey area. I have been, I was the logistics chair last year. This year, the event chair. This is a really great event. We do a 5K and 1 mile walk, in December 11th.
Wow.
A little different time of the year.
A little chilly for that.
It's a little chilly. We've been very fortunate. This will be our 5th year in South Jersey, and we have been very lucky. The weather's been nice. Runners run no matter what, so they really enjoy it. And then we also have the 1 mile for those who just want to do something fun and be part of the event.
I can handle the 1 mile.
And you could, and it's going to be great this year. We're doing something a little different. It'll be a lot of fun. And we do it at the Boathouse in Pennsauken. And it's just a great event. We have everybody come out, and we have a lot of activity going on. People dress up. It's a Jingle Bell Run Walk, so we have little bells for everybody's laces. And we have the teams. We really encourage people to get together as teams and be participating in this event. And the teams do a lot of great things. We have one team that always dresses up. It's an older group, and they dress up as, for the holidays. They have reindeer antlers and all kinds of things. So it's a really important event. It's fun, but it's also for the purpose of being a fundraiser for the cause of arthritis and that need.
Now, I was talking to her before the show, and she was saying arthritis is an epidemic, and I had no idea.
It's a very debilitating disease if you let it be. I mean, it's different for everybody. It's the #1 cause of disability, and because it does affect everybody. It's not discriminatory. It hits children at the age of 18 months, and it hits the eldest person you might know.
Because when you think about arthritis, you think about, an older person, maybe someone who types a lot or something.
Well, there's your athletes. I mean, a lot of that nowadays, you hear about your athletes have, the osteo and knee joint issues and things, and they have forms of arthritis. Athletes do get that. And everybody just hears arthritis, and it's still, even years later, folks hear it and think of the elderly, and it's just degenerative, and it just happens. It is, there's 100 forms of arthritis, but the Arthritis Foundation, what we focus on for our events here in South Jersey is rheumatoid arthritis, osteo, arthritis, and we have fibromyalgia as well. But we focus on trying to raise. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease. So what that means is your body attacks itself. And so your joints and muscles are affected. And once that deterioration happens, you can't get it back. So it's very important to keep moving. And that's really the basis of this event in December, even though it's cold. You got to move all the time. You got to keep moving, and that's what keeps you healthy. I mean, that's for everybody, but especially those with arthritis.
So I guess it's sort of almost obviously, but do you feel like this is something that there really isn't enough awareness about?
Yes, there is not enough awareness. It's gotten better since when I was diagnosed 15 years ago. There's a little more out there, but it's really, you have to talk about it.
Yeah. Because
everybody, even when I was first diagnosed, I would say I had rheumatoid arthritis. All anybody hears is arthritis. And again, it goes back to, well, you're too young, because that really happens to my grandmother, my great-grandmother, in the 70s.
Because I hear the word arthritis, and immediately I think, oh, it's my dad complaining about his hand. That's the first thing that pops into my mind when I hear the word. So I wouldn't have even thought, how much more into it and how widespread it really is.
And it is, and it's diagnosing it early is really key, very important, and who you go to be who's your physician. And if you're not happy with your physician and the answers you're getting, you need to move on to a new one. I mean, that's really important too. You need to be heard, because treatment is key. Because again, if the damage happens. I mean, you can still go through treatment, but you can't always get back what you had. And it's really our juvenile, arthritis. Think about an 18-month-old trying to learn to walk, and the parents don't understand why they're still crawling, and here they're in pain, they're crying all the time, and that's what they have. And at a young age, it's really not a good thing because there's other illnesses that happen. That's the thing with rheumatoid arthritis and autoimmune disease. Other illnesses end up happening, not just that. So you can be affected by other things. So that's why it's important to be aware and have the research happen. And
so the money that goes from this event goes to research. It goes to
the programs. Yeah, it goes to the programs. Arthritis Foundation has a lot of wonderful programs. We have a lot of them in South Jersey. In that, they have aerobics, where you get into a nice hot water. It's a therapy pool, so that helps you move. It's very nice.
I can do that just now. It sounds fantastic.
But you go with a group, and they help people who are trained make sure you're moving your body the right way. Exercise programs, Tai Chi, and then we also have Chat, which is our program for it's a camp for children with rheumatoid arthritis and other and this way they can go and meet other kids. I mean, again, when you talk, the 18-month I mentioned, you have an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old wanting to play soccer and softball. And some days it's just not going to happen because they're hurting a little more and, and they have to, deal with it and manage it. Mm-hmm. Well, it helps to manage that when you're with other kids who are going through the same thing and learning about how do they get through those days and keeping active because, again, you don't have to just stop and give up. You just got to keep moving forward.
And that's exactly what this walk is designed to do, right?
Yes.
Now, if they wanted to be involved with this walk, what would they have to do? How would they get in touch with you?
They just have to they can either call the number that is displayed, and you can get on www.arthritis.org. Now
Got
I remember
it all
this.
down, don't worry.
I know. Thank you. I'm so used to just having it out there. You go on the website, you can look up the event, and it'll take you right to where you can register a team, be a team captain, and we have, we get together with the team captains and make sure they have all the materials they need.
Including the bells.
And the bells. We get them the day of the event. You come and register that morning. We have a lot of activities at the boathouse.
One last question. Do you have to have arthritis to walk?
No.
Right.
We have a lot of people.
Every one of you there.
And I would love to give you information if you want to get a rowing team together. It would be fabulous. We have a lot of folks who do not have arthritis who do the walk. A lot of times people do it because they know someone. And I'm sure everyone has someone they know that has some form of arthritis, whether it's the degenerative arthritis, the osteo, or if it's rheumatoid. So, everybody knows someone. And
well, if you'd like to get started on this walk, definitely call the number that was at the bottom of your screen earlier. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yes,
thank you so much. I really appreciate it and hope that we might see you out there then in December.
We'll be right back.